Brandon Brice joins us to provide insight on McCarthy's ouster. He's a Conservative columnist and a media personality and the host of the radio show The Brice Is Right. Thanks for joining us. Now, before the vote, his Republican allies, McCarthy's Republican allies that is, and detractors spoke for an hour on the reasons McCarthy should stay or be removed from his position. What were the key takeaways on that from both sides?
You know, it's interesting. This is a sad day in Washington because this is about governing, not politics. One of the things that came out of this is today, the 8 that voted him out, you saw a faction of the Republican Party that cares about themselves and their own agenda than what is most important, the American people's agenda. This is about a government shutdown. This is how Washington is supposed to work, not I stay over here and if I don't get my way, then I'm voting you down. That is not the way DC works. DC is about compromise, and today is a sad day, not on the Democratic side, but the Democrats are watching this and they're saying the Republicans can't govern. Today, that vote, not only did it not strengthen the GOP, but what it did, it's something more to come because now we've got the interim speaker, who's Representative McHenry. But now the question is, who is next to lead the Republican Party? And right now, you had a moderate from California that was at least willing to do the work of the American people. Yeah, he was not necessarily the best speaker, but he was keeping the fort. He was keeping everything intact. Now you may get a speaker that now may cost us 2024. The Democrats right now, you know, for so long, we heard about the president who, you know, his numbers were struggling as far as his poll numbers. We saw where now the American people were questioning if this president actually was able to govern. Tonight, the camera and the spotlight is off of Joe Biden and it's back on the Republican Party, where today the American people are questioning, is the GOP ready to lead again in 2024?
So tonight, right-wing media figures are fighting amongst themselves about who should leave the House or whether or not this was a good or bad idea in the first place. As a Conservative media personality yourself, how do you feel about it? Who do you think should lead the House moving forward?
If I was McCarthy, I'd put my name right back in, because what this did, this solidified the fact, you know, anybody can bring a no vacate vote. The problem is that, you know, this is the first time in American history that a speaker was actually removed. You know, oftentimes you get in 1910, you get in 2015, where a conservative may not like the direction of a speaker and he may throw it out there as a warning. But today they actually moved on what in some cases was a historical nomination to remove a speaker at a time when the Republican Party is not only leading the House, but getting ready for a major national election against a president whose numbers are failing. If it was up to me, if I was the speaker, I would put my name back in, even though he said he's not going to run. But today, this small 8-person faction of the party, they won the battle, but they did not win the war.
Shouldn't some onus be on McCarthy, though, given that the deal that he made in the first place is what led to his ouster? I mean, will he really want to put himself back in that position again?
Again, this is bigger than just Speaker McCarthy. This is about a united party getting ready for a 2024 election. This is a much bigger stake, and unfortunately, these 8 individuals, and let me just name them, you know, for the public, because it's important to know who actually caused this. Andy Biggs of Arizona, Ken Buck of Colorado, Tim Burchett of Tennessee, Ellie Crane of Arizona, Matt Gaetz, obviously, of Florida, Bob Good of Virginia, Nancy Mace of South Carolina, and Matt Rosendale of Montana. Today, they voted on their best interest, not the American people's best interest.
All right, Brandon Brice, appreciate your time. Conservative columnist and media personality.